Welcome to ADWO Voices Podcast, where we explore the people, passion, and purpose behind ADWO Behavioral Services. And because this is our first podcast, we want to take you and give you what this podcast is all about. What we're going to be doing in the next couple videos here, we're going to be exploring and interviewing some people that are experts in this field. And we're excited to give that to you. They're going to be giving you some tips and some advice on all things behavioral health. Today, we're privileged to be joined with one of our case managers, Natasha Hutson.
Natasha, what's your favorite part about working in the summer school and after school space versus a traditional setting?
Oh boy. I think for me, it's a little bit more of a mentor, laid back environment. The kids that come through the summer program and after school program, they're here really to get to know other people and peers of their age. And really, we're working on life skills. The house and residential, I do love it. I think it's a great atmosphere, but it's a little bit more structured. And there's going to be a little bit more of a therapeutic environment and sit down one-on-ones here. They kind of learn from each other. And so it's really great to see these kids grow throughout the school year. And then when they come to the summer program, they have a whole new vision of what they're wanting the next school year to look like. So that would be my reason.
So this is like a fun time that you squeeze in a little bit of therapy, but at the same time,
100%.
it's mostly
It's definitely a lot more therapy for sure, but it's in a fun atmosphere.
environment. Gotcha. Kind of like what do you guys normally do? Like, walk me through like a day, especially right now during summer school program.
So we come in and we do what we call round robin. And so it's an activity to where I've come up with some type of activity. These guys, I end up figuring out that they actually have acting skills. So I want
to join that next time. Why is that not on my agenda?
Yeah. So they came in and they had to act out a conflict. So they got to work together, like two of them. So one was kind of the bad guy, one's the good guy in the scenario.
Wow.
And then they
must have had
acted
fun
out.
with that one.
They absolutely did. And so it was really good to just see them all. And then the other folks, they laughed and they critiqued and said, well, I would have done it this way. And so normally those particular activities only usually last between maybe 15 and 20 minutes.
Right.
That particular day, it was probably about 30 or 35.
Because they were really enjoying it.
Really, really enjoyed it.
How cute. That's cute.
But life skills. So we go to the grocery store. They make their meals. And then we go and do fun activities. And pretty much after they've done the work for the week, we go and do a fun activity, usually on a Thursday or a Friday. And it's a group activity and they get to pick it and tell me why they picked it and kind of tell their peers and things like that. So it's a pretty fun day.
Wow. I want to join after school program in summer school right now. That sounds more fun than what I'm doing. So tell me, how do you work with families to keep them connected and engaged throughout the program?
So I'll give a particular kiddo. So we actually are working with him during doing a physics class. And so really mom is heavily involved from the beginning of his day to the end of his day. So she'll tell me, how did he wake up that morning? Is there something that, we could have done differently that morning with him? And then we work on that with him throughout the day. And so we give an update at the end of the program and we let her know, like, this is what we worked on today. This is what he did really well on. This is something that we're going to probably continue the rest of the week. And then we get feedback from parents. So like they'll tell us like, hey, they came home today and they did their chores. So you must have did something cleaning today because that's what they came home and did without any hesitation.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize that much like back and forth. So you're basically like texting and communicating the whole entire time.
Yeah, it's a huge communication. And to me, I can't really work on different skills with them if parents aren't heavily involved.
Right.
So.
Well, yeah, they need to continue whatever it is that they're learning here.
Correct.
At home. Can you share a moment where you just really felt like, okay, this is the reason why I do this?
Yes. So there are actually two of our kids, they're actually brothers. And when I first got them, one didn't want to come. The other one was fine with coming.
Right.
And there was a lot of friction between the two of them. They didn't communicate very well with each other. They, got in trouble a lot at home. And that was the skill. I said, if I can get these two to even just communicate positively on a video game together, then I'm moving in the right direction.
That's genius.
And that's what we did. So they
weren't even getting along even when they were playing. They were fighting.
They were fighting, and you're not coming and helping, and like they're screaming at each other and all the things. And now they're sitting together, talking with each other. We went to the mall, and they were doing their shopping for hats, and the other one was like, you should try this one on. And, and just to see that impact with those two, and the dad at home saying how much of a difference, and he's not having the fighting at home like he was having and things like that. So I'd say that that's why I do
the
it.
fact that the dad corroborated. What kind of growth or transformation have you seen in some of the youth over the course of the summer? I know we're nearing August now. And I think a lot of them were in the after school, right?
Correct. So most of them have transitioned from after school to the summer program. I'd say one of the kid that's doing his physics, when he first came in, he hated it. He didn't want to do it. He didn't want to listen to us to do it. And it was something that was taking, my colleagues, all day to try to hurry up and get this assignment done. And now he comes in, he focuses, he knows exactly what he's working towards because he wants to be out there with the rest of his kids, with the rest of the kiddos. So I do think that he would probably be the one that has grown the most. And I think it's really says a lot to, what ADWO provides. It provides that space.
I didn't realize this. So the kids have a choice. Like they can say like, no, I don't have to go back.
Correct.
It's not like the parents enforce it. So they actually do get a choice like, oh, you know what? I actually enjoy it.
Correct.
Oh.
Correct.
So yeah, that speaks volumes as far as when they want to come back. That means it's not just like, oh, rigorous activities forced upon them. It's actually they're having a good time.
Correct.
I like that. So how do you collaborate with other staff, teachers, and house teams to support consistency for the kids that's in the program?
So with the after school program and the summer program, there's actually only two of us that have been here consistently. And she has an educational background. So I think for us and the collaboration and teamwork between her and I is she sees the rapport that I have with them on the daily aspect of it. And then she has built the rapport on them on the educational piece. And then we bring the two together to make it more creative and fun. So, yeah.
So whenever you look for somebody to help you for the summer school as well as the after school program, you try to find like almost the opposite of you at the point.
Correct. So that kind of that good cop, bad cop.
Yeah. And that seems to really work well when you're dealing with this type of youth.
Correct.
Gotcha. I like that. What's something that you wish more people understood about this kind of work and the children that we're serving right now?
Well, I'd like to start with them understanding what ADWO really is, because I think that's just such a unique name that people are like, what is that? And then I think
when people ask about it, I still don't know. I don't know exactly how you pronounce it, but
so that would be where I would want to start. And then too, I think so many people, and this is something that I even learned over the last, 9 months, is behavioral health and mental health and they all tie in together. And I don't think a lot of people realize that.
I didn't.
Right.
I had no idea prior to
and most people don't. And I think
in this field. Yeah.
And I think that to me is what I would like more people to get education on, and to really understand that the bad kid is not really bad. There's just something a little extra that they might need. And I think that we as a society and group of people just need to realize that not every kid is the same.
Yeah.
Not every kid is perfect. And what ADWO provides is the ability to have its staff go through training and understand that something that's my strength might not be somebody else's strength.
Right.
And we can tag team each other in, and we can high five each other and say, hey, I need to tap out and you need to come in because this is now your strength, because now this kid needs this and I'm not able to provide this. And I think that's one of the biggest things that I would want more people to understand, that this is actually a very positive field and not such the negative field that I think that it gets.
You're right.
Currently.
There's a certain misconception, a
Mm-hmm.
big misconception actually, and I'm going to be honest, I'm one of those people. So let's dig into that, because when you say, okay, children with IDD, one, no, but I want to say what, 15, more than 50% don't know what IDD is. You have to explain to them.
Right.
And people tend to just kind of put them in a box
Mm-hmm.
and people have no clue whatsoever, which was really like the most surprising thing when I started learning about this field. I'm like, oh, it's not just like, oh, what type of children? Because people just go
Mm-hmm.
straight to that, right? They're like, okay, what type of kids are there?
Right.
And we're like, it's not necessarily like we have people that coming from trauma. We have children that are coming from abuse. We have children that are coming from, yes, this developmental, like slow learning. So it's really hard to just kind of pinpoint. So every single one of them, that's kind of like when I talk about learning, like it's all a snowflake, like every single child is completely different from one another. So it's not like how you approach one, it's completely different.
Right.
I think that's why it's really important that every single child has a case manager. Can you talk more about like why every single one of them has a specific case manager assigned to them?
Yeah. So in the residential side of things, so
Yeah.
here I am everybody's case. I am all of their case managers. So I think, in my opinion, and I do think this is a big one for ADWO as well, is case managers are very important, and they take a lot of time to get to know the kids that they're bringing in.
Right.
What are their personalities, and which case manager is going to make the most sense for that kiddo.
Right.
And I think that makes a huge difference, because if you put a case manager with a kid that has a certain need, and that case manager doesn't understand that, you're not going to get development, you're not going to get growth, and you're not going to see the results that you're looking for. And I think that's where like ADWO really does take the time to make sure, like, hey, we're assigning this person with this group of kids for this reason. So I do believe I have the very structured approach, but I also can have fun with them, right? And so I think that that's what makes the after school program so unique, because we bring in people to work with these kids as more of a mentor and not as they're in a prison, right? And so a lot of times when you go to different behavioral health residential facilities or organizations, they run it very strict and like correctional and things like that. And ADWO comes in with like the faith and the love and the empathy and the compassion and then the structure.
Oh, that's beautiful. So, a lot of people don't even seem to realize, a lot of people come into it like a warden almost, when that's not what it is.
Correct.
Yeah, I mean, like with everything else, you have to have a perfect balance, right? But I mean, I think people are more susceptible to that type of correction if they can find out, when they know that you actually do care about them.
Right.
Because some of these children have been, like I said, are very traumatized to the point where they're like, well, we don't even know if you love us, so why would we even listen to you?
And you can always tell those kids, right? Because those are the ones that they're going to push. They're going to push you, and they're going to push that boundary, and they're going to say, are they going to come back?
Yeah.
Do they care enough to come back?
Yeah.
And so the kids know.
That's true, because they
when they're seeing. And so there's something to be said in this field that I don't think a lot of people realize.
Yeah.
Kids take it personally when people leave.
That's true.
And they think, was I too bad? Or is it my fault? Like, what did I do? Not realizing that maybe that person got promotion, or maybe, their family's moving or whatever. And the kids, I mean, that's just a whole extra level of trauma that some of these other facilities don't take into account when they're letting people go.
So a lot of leadership and agencies. Let's just be real, right? This is real talk. And I'm going to be one of the first ones to say it. Like, okay, I'm so used to how a corporate structure where we're like, okay, written warning. You're like, hey, I don't like how you did this or how you approach this. It's so easy for us to just be like, okay, turnover. But then not thinking about, I think it was one of our case managers that said it during one of our trainings, that like these, they take it personally. They think it's something to do with them.
Yep.
Like if they're not sure why somebody that they connected with, somebody that they clicked with. And it matters so much with this type of demographic, with this type of children.
100%.
Yeah, that's so true. I know you have so much experience when it comes to youth, kind of like with CASA that you did before.
Yeah.
Can you talk about that background and how it helped you in this industry?
Yeah, I think when it comes to CASA, I'm a child advocate. So I'm advocating on behalf of a child to courts. And so these children in these particular court cases are trauma.
Yeah.
They've got something that's happened to them to have where the courts had to get involved.
Right.
And so one, that was part of it, is that I understood and I went to different trainings to be able to connect with the kiddos, right? Then the second piece to that is I have to have collaboration with caseworkers, GALs, parents, the judge, and so really bringing that and understanding, correct, right? True. So you have to bring in that collaboration. So I have to get to know their teachers. I've got to get to know their parents. I've got to get to know their therapists and their doctors and all the things, right? And then the kiddo. Right. And then at the end of it, it's the final piece of it is what brings me back every day. Right. Which is there's an end, right? So whether that means the kiddo's getting reunified with their parents, whether the kiddo gets adopted or whatever that end result is for that kid, is what brings me back. That's why I do it. My daughter was adopted. It's just, these are our future. These kids are our future. And so if we're not taking care of,
I know it sounds cliche, but I mean,
if we're not taking care of them, who is, and these are the kids that have to make decisions when I'm older. And so like, if we don't treat them right now, we're going to be in a real bad place here. And
that's true.
Later on. So,
well, I feel like I benefited a lot from this because I'm one of those people that I'm like, okay, I tend to be selfish and I'm not the greatest, I know, when it comes to kids, and my husband can attest to that. So my hat's off. I am in awe with what you guys do on an everyday basis because I lack the patience, I feel, but learning from you guys and what you guys deal with on an everyday basis. I mean, I can translate it with regular kids, like with my own kids. So I think that's one thing that I'm like, it's not just that. When I meet the children that are in our RCCFs in our houses, I'm like, oh my gosh, they're all angels. I don't know what you guys are talking about. But obviously I only get doses, like small doses of them. But I think they're magnificent. And I see the potential because I would get an hour with them and I'm like, oh my gosh, there's nothing wrong with any of them. I'm like, they're so awesome. But maybe I'm being manipulated too, so I don't know.
Well, we've got to remember that some of these kids have been with us for some time now, so I'm hoping that you would see some growth, right? So that's at the end of the day, that's what we're hoping for, is we're wanting growth. So if you're getting to see that firsthand, it's a beautiful thing.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
I do, yeah. Well, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Thank you for the conversation. And everybody, stay tuned. Next up, we're going to have Kristen Thompson, who's our regional director, and explain to us as far as everything that she does on a daily basis. Thank you so much for joining us. And once again, visit ADWOcares.com if you want to have more resources and learn more about our company. Also, if you want to be part of the team, go join us at ADWOcares.com/careers, and we could put the link down below as well. Also, if you want to give us a call at 855-566-0801. Check out our Facebook. Facebook.com/ADWO, also LinkedIn as well. And all those will be linked down below. Thank you so much. And I hope you have a wonderful day. And if you need any help, and if you ever need to reach out to someone, don't be afraid to reach out to our team here at ADWO. Thank you and have a great day.